officially live.
Oh,
Welcome,
when did that
everybody.
happen?
Do not rob Stradmart. Their loss prevention is really freaking good.
By which you mean Strahd von Zarvich himself will appear and kick the shit out of you.
Yeah, have fun with
With a
that.
fireball!
Context.
No, they don't need context.
1 second. Yes, they do.
You just get.
No, they
Yeah,
don't.
they
They
do.
could
Yeah,
just
you
wonder
might
on
wanna
what
give
the
them
fuck
some
happened.
context.
He
might
ended
wanna
the
give them some
combat in like
context.
one round with a fireball to the face.
All right,
Yeah, that
anyways.
happened.
What do they sell at What do they sell at Stradmart?
Mostly
you
food
know,
from what we gathered.
Yeah, mostly food.
Basically, it's a grocery store.
Yeah.
Do they have
It's like
any
one of those
low
neighborhood
and-
markets. It's not even like a superstore. It's just a place where you just get groceries.
Do they have any low-fat, high in vitamins blood that I could get?
I don't know about blood. You're gonna have to ask what was his name?
We never even got a name. He just appeared to look like Strahd, even though he couldn't do the accent.
He couldn't do the accent.
You
Do
know,
they have cheese?
this is a great
No.
start.
Oh wait, they got cheese? I gotta get my obsession fixed with cheese.
This is a great
Oh,
start to
God.
this. This is a great start to this.
Hey, you employee, do you have any cheese? I need you. I have a really bad case of cheese addiction, but
No,
I
never.
The doctor said- Oh, come on,
Alright, we
just a
should
little
probably-
bit, just a little
Alright,
bit.
we should probably get started.
Alright.
And
So, last time,
well,
you guys were here.
Welcome first. 'Cause I don't think we've welcomed.
Welcome.
Yeah,
Well, definitely
Welcome to
welcome.
hell.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Looming Shadows.
Cidria, episode
Yeah,
16.
thank. Yep. So, last time you guys had wrapped things up in the continent of Narashima, effectively. You guys had to go. You guys went and knocked out various. Well, I wouldn't say knocked out. You guys removed various officials from attending a meeting with one of the most dangerous crime bosses within Narashima. Well done and well played for each and every one of you. You guys definitely did your roles well.
It was less we did
there
well,
wasn't any.
and more she did poorly. Let's be honest here.
I
You were
wasn't-
bullying her, man. You have to admit it.
I was gonna get to
bullied
that.
her
Yeah, you
so
guys,
bad.
the players definitely bullied the big bad boss of that entire part.
Bullied the fuck out of her.
Yeah, which was an interesting. That was an interesting and very lengthy boss fight. And afterwards, you guys took her back. Took her along with the rest of the crew back to Goodell, and
Via teleportation.
to where once via teleportation, you guys took her into the dungeon. However, Garrett disappeared for a few minutes and came back in heavily damaged shape. However, he learned of some new information while he was being transported back to his realm. He somehow managed to cross into the abyssal sea for a small bit.
By the way, just to
After
clarify what Garrett went through, he went into Shadows of Men for a little bit, where he was in a different realm, ruled by a mad, false god. If you want to know more and to see how he got beat up, please watch Shadows of Men. Plug.
Not subtle.
In any case,
We're trying to settle.
afterwards he returned, and the final thing we left off was the big bad boss getting herself tortured. Before we start, we are now going to be officially sponsored by a new line of
No.
product within this realm called Beauty Hair for Dragons. They don't have an official name yet,
Oh my god.
but
Fuck off.
if you are a Dragonborn
Oh
with
my
hair,
God.
don't worry. We got the stuff for you. You tired of people saying your hair looks dirty and nasty? Well, bam! Try this. It'll make sure your hair is gleaming with awesomeness. You'll get all the ladies. Trust me, it works. I know, I'm also a Dragonborn.
For
I get
context,
everybody.
Take it from
Buy some today for about $34.99, shipping and handling. It comes in about a 50-ounce bottle, but if you call now, you get 2 free.
For,
Absolutely free.
for
Oh,
context,
Jesus.
Solus, our Dragonborn, if you missed it last time she was introduced, our Dragonborn Paladin, she has hair, unlike every other Dragonborn in existence.
Yeah, she's weird like that.
She is a rare breed, but that's why you, sir, today, you ma'am, you can have some hair for some shampoo for your hair.
I was about to say
It
some
glitches.
hair. She already has hair.
Take it from me. It makes your hair glisten like the flames of the sun.
Oh,
Oh
jeez.
my god.
It'll give
You're-
you
you're-
electrifying powers.
May or
What a
may not give
start.
you extra powers.
Well, this,
May or may not.
This is
Warning: side effects include acne, muscle spasms, head
Well-
getting cut off.
If you
And
watch
Head
possibility-
getting
Wow.
cut off? Can I have some of that? I'm joking.
All right.
Warning:
Are
nausea.
you dragonborn?
Warning: Side
Maybe.
effects include nausea, stroke, rapid heartbeat.
And maybe sudden death.
Oh man.
Depending on your
What's
role.
consideration?
For people watching on YouTube, if you guys made it past this opening 6 minutes, we salute you.
Oh, it hasn't even been 6 minutes yet.
Yes, it has. It's been 6 minutes and about.
Wow, if these
Wow.
people
About
actually
6
survived the
minutes.
first 6 minutes, we have to applaud you guys.
Yeah, we
Woo!
You survived our insanity. Now, on with the show.
Alright.
Doodle-doo-doo-doo.
Anywho, so this week is gonna be a different type of episode. You guys are each gonna have downtime. So first off, we're gonna actually start off with Solus first.
Figured.
Yes. So we're gonna actually take a step back to the day that you guys finally arrived back here, and after Garrick had returned. Solus, what are you doing as Garrick is being currently healed?
She's just kind of she's a paladin, so she probably will be helping with the healing.
It's broken
Alright.
bone stuff. It's broken bone stuff.
It's broken bones.
So there's
I
not much
can't
you
help
can
you
do.
with the pain.
The pain's.
Alright.
Hit points are not meat points.
Yep.
I can numb pain.
After about a good few hours, it's roughly about midnight. You were able to you pretty much did all you could.
That would be like a medicine check, I think.
Would you like me to make that?
Yes. Roll medicine check.
Please tell me I have my sheet up. I know it's bad. Let's put it that way.
I know it's
You know what? I
bad.
can't remember what it is. I'm just gonna roll it without a modifier. I don't think it's a positive one, even if I do have one.
All right. Well,
I know it's not a
I
negative.
mean, you could try.
You do have a character drop down.
Oh.
For editing in the journal.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, you do
I
have
haven't-
that.
I haven't used it though. I use a sheet on my computer. It's just easier for me.
Meh, fair enough.
It,
Alright,
Honestly,
so-
I keep that for like DM notes, but yeah.
You try to go and you try to help healing him, but you really didn't do all that much. Seems as though your healing was ineffective.
Well, I tried.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right.
Now get out.
Okay. Right, my sheet's loading up now. See if I can find. See if it actually is a positive modifier. I'll tell you what it is.
Well,
It'll be a
I'll
plus
be
2
honest.
at most.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think a 10's gonna change anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me.
Unless I'm helping you and give you
To
advantage.
be fair though, a 10 is required to stabilize someone who's dying. So
I'm not dying though.
He's not dying.
I'm just saying that's the
Make
average
sure that-
difficulty.
I just got my shit kicked by.
I mean, I can fix that for you.
Yeah, we can fix that if you'd like.
No.
Maybe.
Medicine. Oh, never mind. Medicine's plus 5.
Oh.
Oh!
13.
Question?
So
Question
Okay,
mark?
apparently I didn't realize I'd
Uh,
taken that.
So that's a
so
13.
never mind. It helps, just by a little.
Okay,
Nothing
Never
too
mind,
significant.
Wow, my intelligence is better than I thought it was.
Well, I thought
Wisdom even.
That's like
wisdom.
something.
I was gonna say medicine. I thought was wisdom. I thought medicine.
Although
Was
Yeah.
I do have proficiency in it,
Medicine
so
is
that
wisdom,
makes sense.
so-
It's like, oh, I'm the smart one. Oh, wait, I am
I got
smart.
a proficiency in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay,
you have
yeah.
proficiency in it? Yeah, that
Yeah.
explains why.
Yeah.
That explains it. Alright. So, I'm assuming you take your leave?
I would do after.
Alright.
Yeah. And then I would probably spend the next hour or so, like, I don't know how attunement works in your world, but like that's the next thing she'd do.
I don't have a place to fucking go. Do you want to stay with me and Korvac?
Probably,
We have a
yes.
spare room because we're kicking Isabel out.
She would be very thankful for the offer and take you up on it.
Just don't burn the house down, okay?
I have very good control of my flames. I've only ever burnt down a building once, on purpose.
I think she's
Well, then I hope you stay away from the forge. Because, well, there's more fire down there. Just don't cause any fires. More fires.
Rest assured, I will not.
Thank you. Now go get comfortable.
He's like, I don't intentionally try to burn down the house.
You nearly burned down the house about 3 times the past month.
Nearly.
I'm just
Exactly.
gonna give you a break for that.
I gotta ask, what are you trying to attune?
The sword of sharpness.
Apparently,
The sword of
long
sharpness.
sword
The
sharp-
audience
I'll
doesn't
get the long
know,
sword.
so for clarification, which sword of sharpness did you get? The long sword or the great sword?
long sword.
Okay, just for audience.
The other paladin. Well, what's your name? Sorry, I'm bad with names.
Resmira.
Resmira.
Resmira took the great sword of sharpness and gave
I took
Solace
the
the
great
long
sword.
sword.
As a thanks.
Has a
Makes sense. So for attuning, all you would just need to really do is take a within this world. All you just really have to do is at least spend a good maybe 2-3 hours.
That's the next thing she'd do is attune to the
okay.
long sword of sharpness.
Yeah,
Which all you need to do is just carry it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Basically.
pretty much.
all right.
Spend the next hour meditating with it or something.
Okay. It's attuned to you. It's attuned.
And that's now it's going to be 3 in the morning, so she'll probably turn in.
Yep.
If we finish healing
Oh.
at midnight, then another 2 or 3 hours to attune. Yeah.
Yeah, that's close to morning. So about around 11 o'clock,
That should be it.
In the
you
morning.
hear, yeah, in the morning, you guys hear a knock on your door.
Who's we? Garrick Rasmira or Korvac?
Razmira. Yeah, I'm on Solit still.
Okay.
Solit, Razmira, and Korvac. And you hear something drop from outside. Damn it!
Okay.
As if
I'm
jeez.
fucking tired.
I'm always dropping this.
I'm gonna open the door.
You see a monk-looking person standing before you, a human monk. He's dressed up in some odd garbs, and he looks over at you. Ah, are you the potential owner of this house?
I'm a co-owner. Why?
Yes, I'm looking for a person by the name of Solis. I wish to speak with him. I mean, her.
Solace!
Her.
He corrected himself.
You hear a very sleepy what?
Get your ass down here.
Give me 5 minutes.
How about 2?
Fine. Despite her name, she's not a morning person, especially when she didn't get to sleep till 3 in the morning.
Resmira
couple
looks
of-
beat, but she's up.
A couple of minutes later, Solace does come downstairs, not wearing her armor because she can't put on chainmail in 2 minutes. That's not how chainmail works.
No, it's not.
It takes a little bit more to get fully armored. You notice underneath her clothes are of decent quality, mostly in shades of whites and yellows with a bit of orange.
I would
Very
buy.
much fitting the sun theme she has going on. Yes, I'm here. What is it?
You see before you about a 6'2" tall human male with kind of a bit of a goatee, dressed up in some that's dressed up in various colors of clothing that looks as if it represents the sun. You notice on one of his boots a sun insignia. You recognize this as one of the I wouldn't say travelers, but one of the guards of the Tao Shin, the tribe that you're from.
How do you spell that?
Yeah.
TAOSHIN.
Okay.
Hello there, hello there, Sister Solus. I hope you
Do
are
I-
doing well.
Do I know this man's name?
This person doesn't particularly have a name. In fact, these positioned individuals do not have names at all. That much you do know of.
Would I still refer to them as brother, or would it be a superior title?
You would refer to him. Yeah, you would just refer to him as brother.
Greetings, brother. She bows back. She bows to him.
He bows back to you. I hope that your travels have been doing well.
Can't complain. I've been around a bit.
I see. Well, would you mind if I stepped in for a second?
Not my place to say, but I'm sure the others wouldn't mind.
I look him
turns
up and
close.
down. Go
Turn
right
to, like-
ahead.
Okay. He
Just
walks
Don't
in.
start any fires.
Don't worry, won't. What a wonderful place you all have here.
Thank you.
Definitely different than what we have back on the island. In any case, the father the father requested me to come find you and check up on your progress. I know how much you have been wanting to get up to the council position, but of course, with the way you've been, no offense, been acting back at the tribe, which is exactly why we sent you on your way for the first bit, within the first part. In any case, I just came by to check up on how you have been doing and to ask. Well, actually, I wouldn't know these people. Who are you, miss? If I might ask your name.
My name is Rasmira, and I live here with my brother Korvac.
Ah, I see. Are you in any close relations with Solus here?
Well, all I know is that she accompanied us from an island, another continent, and she decided to come home with us.
The other continent
I-
was not a place I could stand.
I think none of us could. Except for Isabel.
If I had my way, I'd have burnt the entire place to the ground, but I managed to retain those impulses.
That would have been a
Well,
lot of fun.
Cormac
Well,
would
that
be
is-
with you on that one.
He the guy has a little bit of a wary look about him. Ah, yes. Well, that is a good thing that you didn't burn it to the ground. There wouldn't happen to be other people that have been in some recent close contact with him aside from you two, would there?
I believe there was a few others.
The rest of the Queen's Guard. Why?
Ah. Yes, I need to speak to each and every one of you about Solus. Think of it as, what would you city folk call it? Survey? Yes, survey that is. We call it an evaluation.
If anyone's looking at Solace, you notice her rolling her eyes slightly.
An evaluation that needs all of us here?
Well, not in one place, no. I just have to go and meet with each and everyone that has been at least within a few hours. Have been with Solus for at least a few hours. That is all. Just asking a few questions and that'll
Well,
be it.
one can't really go anywhere right now.
I suppose I'll
Ah,
leave you be then. Wouldn't want to impair the results. Instead, assume they wouldn't necessarily want Solace to be present so the others can speak their mind, so to say, without having to worry about upsetting Solace.
yes, they would. You would know this as a rule for whenever being evaluated to not be present.
Yeah. So she's going to go back up. Anyone also would notice her hair was a bit of a frazzled mess.
What? You don't
So-
want Al Capone to know who the witnesses testified against him are? Bizarre.
Huzzah.
So she would go back upstairs to the room she was in and set about making herself more presentable and actually fully waking up.
Now then.
There's also coffee ready for you if you drink coffee.
Much appreciated, thank you. She would go and get some. Well, so also actually more of a tea person, but if coffee is what's available, then coffee she'll drink.
Jeez. Just to let you know, Rasmira is literally drinking fuck tons of coffee just to keep herself awake.
That's
Makes
a
sense.
mood.
There's a mood.
She hates coffee, but she's drinking it just to stay awake.
Why is that such a mood?
I have an alternative.
Don't worry about it.
Suddenly, monsters exist in this world.
Monster.
No, what you should have done, Snow, is you
Hashtag-
should have made you should have made the coffee lock. You heard the coffee lock. There's like a multi-class of builds. I know what part of them is warlock. I can't remember what the rest
Oh
of it is,
wait,
but the
yes,
idea
I know about that. I know
never
about
need
that.
to
Yep,
take a
I know
long
about
rest.
that.
Call
It's
down. You can get yours
Sorcerer
today.
and Warlock. The Sorcerer and Warlock multi-class thing
never need to take a long rest.
never needs to take a long rest.
Nope.
It's called insomnia.
Mood.
Absolute. You become an absolute unit.
As an insomniac, that's a mood.
Yeah.
Alright,
Bad for you.
he looks at you, Razmira. Now then, Miss Razmira, if you don't mind, I need you to just take a few notes while conducting this evaluation.
This better be quick.
Oh, well, I assure you. Now then, let's see. Right. In terms over the last few hours or days, however you want to put in the timestamp, what are your opinions on Solus?
I can't
Has
really give
he-
you any opinions. I've only met her for so long. I need more time.
I see. Now, has she come off and done anything brash or harsh or anything of unnecessary violence?
No.
No? Alright. Well then.
In his head,
Thank
he's
you.
probably thinking that's an improvement.
That is all I need to ask of you. If your brother's not busy, I would like to speak with him if that's alright.
Quarterback!
Of course, if each of you are, I mean, if he's busy, then I can just come back later.
Deacon?
Quarterback, I am taking away your smithing privileges unless you come down here.
I'm here drinking coffee. What do you want?
And while you do that, I'm
You're a
going to
little
go check up
quiet.
on Gerrit. Bye.
You're kind of quiet, dude.
Sorry.
Okay, there we go.
I am over
Ah.
here drinking coffee. What do you want?
I just need to ask you a few questions, sirs, if I may. Unless if you are quite busy, then...
And
By all
what
means, you can
exactly
come
are
back
you
another
supposed
time.
to be?
I am...
Something about the
yeah,
survey.
Perhaps Solus hasn't told you yet, but he comes from a very...
She.
Sorry, she comes from a very, very reclusive type of religious group by the name of the Tao Shin from the island of Amanaki.
And your point is?
We're here to make some evaluations. By we, I mean
Where is this guy standing at?
he's at the front door. Like he's inside. He's over by the front door.
Oh, he's inside. Damn it.
Or you gonna slam the door in his face?
Yeah.
Thaumaturgy.
Be a dick.
Thaumaturgy slammed the door in his
Alright,
face.
In any case, I just need to ask you a few questions. That is, of course, it's requested by our father. I just need to get a certain amount before I am able to bring back results.
Requested by the father. Really?
Yes.
Now, okay. Now, he's a servant. Which clergy is he from?
He is a servant. Oh wait, of Korvac or of the monk.
The monk.
He is a servant of the Tao Shin.
I think he's asking specific gods, which we may not know.
You.
Wait, he got a natural 20 on his religion check, I think, when we did this. I remember because I rolled
Yeah,
for him.
He
So
did.
he
Yeah.
would know.
This is he is the servant of
The good
They-
word of the Tao shit.
No, they serve under the sun god. However, as for the name, that name has not been discovered, as far as you're aware.
Hmm. So I take it that this guy is questioning someone from his own
Yep,
religion.
he is questioning. He is questioning Solus. Yes.
Mainly what Solus has done on her journeys. Like, he's trying to see, like, what, like, basically a parole report. How you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because she got sent out in the world because she was too brash and eager to deal out what she thought was justice. So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, she needs to experience the real world.
Uh-huh. Well, so far she hasn't acted any sort of brashness yet. She's a dependable warrior. At least she knows how to
Alright.
listen. Is there anything you wish to know in particular?
Let's see. Anything in particular? Well, he looks over his notes.
Paladin Batman.
Oh,
In
yeah.
terms of,
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
have you or have you not told her any secrets? And if you have, how good is she able to keep those said secrets?
Well, I am not one that trusts strangers, so I have not told her anything.
That is fair enough. That is all I needed to conduct with here for today. Might I get pointed into the direction of the other members of the Queen's Guard?
I am heading over to the next member if you want to accompany me.
Oh yes, please. That would be most appreciated. Thank you for letting me into your humble abode. It is
You're
quite
welcome.
a very eccentric, is what the city folk would call it.
Eccentric.
ci-
We're city
Eccentric.
slickers.
I just do some air quotes.
I love how
And
even
no,
though we're in
shh.
we're in high medieval fantasy, air quotes are still a thing.
Yeah.
No, and then Korvak's gonna point to her. She's the one that decorates the place.
I do not.
I just sniff.
Ah. Well,
I do not, Quarterback. You're
regardless,
the one that does that.
I'm sure the father will be quite pleased with the results that I've gathered up so far. In any case, I'll be waiting outside for whenever you're ready. To me, or if you need a bit longer to get yourselves ready, I will be more than happy to go visit one of the shops around here.
Just give me a second to make myself a little more presentable. She literally just woke up. She just got up, chugged a quick cup of coffee, and then opened the door. She's a mess.
Understandable.
I imagine you have got bags like hell under your
She
eyes
does.
right now.
She fucking does.
The monk bows to you, Korvac. It was a pleasure meeting you, Sir Korvac.
Oh yeah, you are all guards. Wait, are you all knighted or? That's actually
I
very
am
interesting.
still
Aren't you guys knights?
I am technically the police.
He's part of the Night Watch. Garrick's a retired
I'm part of the
general.
Night Watch. Yeah.
I am a former.
We're the Queen's Guard. Well, we are the Queen's Guard, so technically, yes, we would
Yeah,
have been
technically,
knighted.
yeah.
So yeah, technically you are all sirs and ma'ams.
I mean, technically, I've been princed, so
He is princed.
And
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
you
you
have
went-
been prince.
Will we
you
call,
waiting-
have we got to call you Your Highness now?
Yeah.
not technically.
Well, you can talk about that with him when you see him.
Well, yep. Talk with that when you see.
Because technically, Elrin never told Solace that he's
No, he didn't tell
Nope.
anyone because we were in Crime Central. I don't think we want.
Yeah,
this place
yeah,
to-
Yeah,
that
fair
would have been
enough.
that would have been.
I'm going to assume that she doesn't. This all 19th thing happened before you went to the island, so
Oh, it definitely would have.
yeah.
Yeah.
So okay. So Solus hasn't actually asked, and when she realizes she is going to
You
freak,
do know who Garrick is. That's the thing. Like, you rolled the history check. You do know who Garrick is, so.
yeah,
Yeah.
I remember who Garrick is.
I'm going to head up the stairs, get dressed. I'm not gonna wear my armor because there's really no need for it. Maybe just some basic leathers. Then I'm gonna make my way down. But before I actually start heading out, I'm gonna knock on Solas's door. Alright, Solas,
You would. Yes.
just to let you know, I'm gonna have to speak with you in a bit when I come back.
That's fine. What do you wish to speak about?
I'll let you know. I'll be back. Just
Okay.
don't
How long do you think?
run away too far.
How long do you think you'll be?
I don't know. Knowing Garrick, he's kind of stupid.
You hear a bemused chuckle from inside the. Well, not a chuckle, so it's more like a. Like a badly held. She managed. She start. Almost like she was going to start a chuckle, but just managed to hold it in. I see. Well,
Be back.
I may go. I doubt I'll be far. I won't leave the town for certain. I just may go get a lay of the land.
That's fine. Just be back here around maybe 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
I think I can do that.
All right. Be seeing you later.
See you later.
And now she makes her way over to Garrick's house.
As you guys are, as you walk out, you see the monk talking to a familiar face. You see him talking to you, Eric. Ah, yes. You know, your entire continent seems quite interesting. Very fascinating. Well, yes. I mean, it is run by a group of crime bosses, but we have a lot of culture there. Oh, good morning, Resmir. I was just on my way to the coffee shop before I run into this fellow.
Yes.
By the way,
Mhm.
you wouldn't happen to be seeing Garrick, would you? I would like to ask if I could go and accompany you to go and speak to him. Want
Okay,
to make
why?
sure that he is all right.
Okay,
Just
why?
want to make sure that he is doing all right.
All right.
You,
She's
if you
kinda
want, you can
giving me this glare.
if you want to incite him, you can very well incite him.
Insight, arguably the most vital skill.
Literally.
And yet, so many people don't get
Aw.
proficiency in it.
I only have a fucking 10.
He is telling the truth.
By what you can tell.
I'm just gonna continue giving him this glare before I just continue walking.
Now, can I ask you, Rasmira, can you tell me more about the city while we're on the way there?
Oh, the city is actually quite peaceful. There's not a lot of criminal activity here.
I see.
Everything here has been at peace. It's quite nice. The people here are mostly friendly, very accepting, open. Just don't fuck up.
I see. That makes sense. Well, I'd say this place is marvelous. I've never seen such many different things. We, back on our island, are a bit more... How can I say it?
Oriental.
Not as advanced as the rest of the world. Definitely more oriental.
Yes. I don't know what it means, but yes.
Well, if you ever came down to the islands, you would definitely... Well, you'll eventually learn.
I don't think I'd ever want to go back there again, good sir.
Oh, that makes sense. And then again, we do try to keep
Wait,
closed
again, have you ever been
doors.
there?
We try.
Because reasons. This is not the same island as the crime island, right?
I thought we were
Yes.
talking about the crime island.
No.
That's
Oh,
why I
then
was
the other
confused.
no.
I
Sorry.
don't think I ever want to go back there.
Then
No,
just like
different island.
I never really been there. So
Oh, it is quite a interesting little peaceful island. I mean, minus the whatever they're called industries setting up shop down from our place, but that's quite alright. They've left the other islands, as far as we're aware, untouched. So everything's relatively remaining at peace there, along with the island's residents.
how is it
When we
really
get-
down there? Like exactly,
Well-
how is kind of like your way of life down there?
Well, we do have some cities. we do mostly our hunting and stuff like that in the waters. Granted, we do have animals on land, but we don't tend to try to hunt them as much. We have plenty of to say the least, we have a lot of hiking ground around there and plenty of areas to explore. Granted, we know all about them, but we do get ships coming in and out every now and then. Of course, we gotta have some advancements, but it's relatively quiet life there. Though we do have some people that come to, not on the island where we're located at, more so on the eastern half of the entire continent, to visit and take vacation. Granted, those people are of rich type of status, but they are treated with the utmost respect, and they treat us back with the utmost respect as well.
As expected.
There hasn't, and funny enough, there hasn't been a single war there or any revolution since and forever. Of course,
She kind of feels nervous about that.
the last big huge thing that we had was a good amount of storms that appeared around there for about let's see, how did our father call it? Oh yeah, he called it that. He said that the storms around there when he arrived was around there for a good few months, never stopped.
When was this?
About a few hundred years ago.
Okay.
He's been alive for quite some time.
Elf, got it.
Yeah. I mean, there could be a couple races that live that long, but elf is,
Yeah, there are a couple of
course,
races that
is
live
the
there.
most possible. Yeah.
Elf
Yeah.
is the most likely out of all of them.
Yeah.
Of course, I may be mistaken about that. I haven't been around inside as a. I haven't been around as a guard. Or well, I wouldn't even consider myself as a guard, but as a monk amongst them for quite a for quite a few times for not some that
You can't talk.
not yeah, no, I cannot, for not a lot of time, to say the least. I've only been there for a few years. A lot of the council people up there like to keep things secret amongst one another, so there might be bits and pieces of information that I'm not sure about. But I assure you that they do, for whatever they keep it from us, and they do it for our safety.
Some secrets are just for self-gain. You realize that, right?
Oh, trust me, we know. However, our father has been able to keep our entire culture out of harm's way for quite a bit of time. However, there have been a lot more small fights, I guess you could call them, that's
You
happened
mean
ever since the industry.
skirmishes?
I wouldn't exactly call them that. More like they ambushes on our people from the industry that's set up shop down from us. They call themselves, what was it, Linux, that's what it was, Linux Industries. They keep taking stuff from our forces there, but
Like what?
Well, the father says that the forests there are deep and rooted with magic around there, so they try to take the branches off of it, off the trees, or to cut down the trees. Or sometimes, I've even witnessed this myself. Poor little things. They suck the magic right up out of the vegetations around there.
Linux, why is that familiar?
It's really, unfortunately, a sad sight to see, but they claim it's for good use. I personally disagree, but we're not one to go and start a war.
When he started explaining about the magic searching, and especially with the note that she was given by Eric the previous day, she's kind of like, oh shit. Do you realize that it is not for good use? I could tell you that if you want to believe me. I don't think what they're doing is for good.
Well, I guess I could believe you. Then again, we have heard loud machinery down there. So whatever
Yep,
they're up
that's
to, it's not
that's what
exactly
I needed
good.
to know.
Large machinery. Razmir, you wouldn't suppose that was the thing that Amalia was trying. Amalia was trying to
I assume Eric was
produce.
That is exactly what I'm thinking about. It said it in one of the notes that there was a location down where Solus lives. That
Shit,
there
I'll be right
is
back.
something there. This is what I think they're getting the fuel from.
That is most troubling. The monk looks over at you, Razmia, and he's kind of. You could tell there's a bit of a worried expression on his face. By any chance, you wouldn't happen to be able to tell us tell me what that thing is? We haven't seen any sightings of anything large or big, except for maybe the small machines that they brought in to cut down the trees.
I'm only speculating that this is where they're getting the fuel to power these things. But these things, if given to the wrong hands, they could destroy cities, continents, maybe.
That is troubling news. I'll have to make a mental note of that and direct that towards the father and see what his plans of actions are. At this point, you guys arrive at the house. Oh, is this where Garrick lives?
Yes, this is where he lives, and I knock on the door.
All right. What's the situation in my house?
See if he wakes up.
Well, I am awake. It's just a matter of if I message you something.
No.
Okay. Garrick was in his living room, balancing the sword on his hands to try and just see if he could, just try and it's a kind of a mini exercise. He gets up.
Perfectly balanced.
Yep. As all things should be. And he answers the door. Hey.
Oh, hey, Garrick.
Eric.
It's good to see you're up and rocking again. He smiles at you.
Eric, good to see you, Rasmira. And this is...
Some weird guy that wants to ask you questions.
You can just call me brother. Or, if you must, you can call me one.
Okay.
That is a name that I give out to most strangers.
Okay. 1 second, I'm gonna add that to my notes. This one is... Alright, well, come on in.
Ah, yes. Thank you.
Yeah, just come on in.
Oh, this is a very nice place you live at.
Thank you.
Huh.
Notably, the greatsword is on the ground in the living room-esque area.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
in any case, he bows to you. It's good to meet you, Sir Garrick.
Well, I'd bow back, but...
No, please. I can see that you are hurt.
Yeah.
Do not do any bowing.
Yeah.
You look like you got yourself caught up in a bit of a fight.
It would be generous to call it a fight.
Well,
admittedly.
if I might ask, I do have some vegetational medicine for my homeland that might help if you'd like to try it.
Okay,
Of
I'm
course,
back.
I understand. Of course, I'd understand since I am a stranger that you might not be inclined to try it.
I just need to wait this out. That's all.
Fair enough. I understand. In any case, I am just but here to ask a few questions.
Okay, ask away.
About, Solus.
Okay, ask.
So first off, this is a very short evaluation given by the father. I just need to ask, how has Solus, within the few hours or days that you've known her, has she acted out harshly or rashly or
I would like to
anything?
Jacob.
Huh?
I would like to insight this man.
Go right ahead. Or have acted in any sort of unnecessary violent matters.
14
He
on
is.
insight.
What are you wishing to insight from?
His motivations.
Is there any-
Is this legit, or does he see
This
that
is-
ulterior motive? Basically, like I'm trying to.
This is a legitimate survey.
Okay, well, acted out? No. Talked about things? Most definitely.
I see. Now, would you consider any of those things to be hatred by any
You
chance?
cut out of my hand. Could you repeat that?
Would you consider this to be anything of violence, hatred, anger?
Hatred, most definitely. Keep in mind, we were in a city with a nation filled with ample corruption. So yes, there was definitely some hate there, and definitely a lot of anger.
Might I ask how she, might I ask how she, I guess, how she handled being in a place of such disgusting abomination? No offense, Eric. None taken. I understand.
Nice.
Verbal complaints.
Verbal complaints.
But she did not act out.
Most interesting.
At least she did not act out to my knowledge.
Okay. Well, that is actually about all the questions I have for you.
Now I have some questions for you. You mentioned the father. Who is he?
Ah, the father. We do not know of his real name, but we have always known him as the father. He brings us the blessings from the blessings from the god Teo Shin.
Okay.
And keeps away storms that happen to approach us. You see, long ago, from what I've heard rumors about, there was a great storm that appeared on our island, and had been sitting there for quite some time, about a few months. One day, the father appeared. And next thing that, as far as we're aware, the next things we know, the storms were gone. He claims that there was a vision that was brought down before him from the god Teo Shin. And that he has brought... How have the words put into perspective? He brought a blessing upon to our very chaotic land.
One second, I'm taking good notes.
After that, we have yet to have received any sort of... Well, we have had a few storms, but they haven't been anything as chaotic as that.
So you're claiming that one man was somehow blessed by your god, and he's made the storms go away.
Mm-hmm. At least that's just what I've been hearing about. Though, if you really want answers, you go talk to him directly, though I will say it would be very hard to get the full story from him. People who know majority of this knowledge are within the council. And each person that becomes a council member will be granted this knowledge.
He sounds almost deified, like as if you worship him as well as your god. Garrick is very straight about this.
I guess to some people's perspectives that may be true. But we don't see him as anything deified. We see him as family.
Okay then. Garrick has a very contemplative look, cause this sounds sketchy as AF. Like,
Yeah, Rosmira is thinking it too. It's just she
It
is,
sounds about
her
as if
face is just a resting
Jigsaw
big
wanting to
face.
play a game.
She's too tired to make any faces.
No, Garrick is just like thinking contemplatively with a mixed pain because of the ribs, but well, I hope to meet your father one of these days.
As much as I'd like a man that has hope, or woman for that matter, I do not think it will be likely that you'll be able to meet him. We've had plenty of persuasive men, but most of the time our father is in his chambers meditating.
Fair enough. I would like to insight.
In any case,
no, I already insight.
Go ahead.
I can't. I've already done my insights, so yeah.
If there's any
I
other
don't think
questions,
I could do mine again.
If there's any other questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
I look towards Rasmira because I'll be honest, I know her well enough that she's also probably thinking something.
I'm just gonna slip in here. Sneaky DM is sneaky.
Look, I'm telling you.
DM is sneaky.
Yeah. But yeah,
I'm not gonna say why sneaky DM is sneaky, but sneaky DM is sneaky.
I'm sure.
You could just see this. She's too tired to make any facial expressions. But something's definitely on her mind.
Oh yes, Garrick is.
You know what?
Garrick is like very. Oh, go ahead.
I'll let you on this one. You can have another insight if you'd like.
Me or Garrick?
If you both want to, that's fine. But if you guys are wanting to know the same thing, then it might as well just have one. Okay, what are you guys wanting to get from that?
So, I would like to see, like, when he talks about the father, I want to look upon his face. I can only gain so much from a man who's heard a false story. I want to see if there's any doubt, total belief, and if there is total belief, exactly what his admiration is to the father. Like, does he actually deify him in his own mind? Like, is he effectively, does he view him like the Jesus Christ of the Tao Xian?
Okay. Is that the same thing you're wanting to get from that, Rasmir, or you wanting to get
that's about the same.
Okay, so for one, he is telling he believes what has been brought down to him. He doesn't really question any of it. He doesn't. He admires him, but at the not for the fact of what the father is capable of doing, but because of his leadership skills.
Okay.
You could tell that this man. You could tell that this guy's. From what you can gather from him, you can also gather that this particular person has been able to keep whatever, like their entire. Oh, hey Titan. Whatever their entire group is together without it ever,
So there's definitely respect
going into chaos
and great admiration. Interesting. Again, there's only so much I can glean from a man.
Yeah.
I would have to be with this person in order to get the full thing, but for now, I just want to get the brain rolling.
Yep. Mm-hmm. In any case, if that is all that you have to ask of me, I would like to go and talk to whoever is left within whoever is left within your guys' group.
That would be
right.
Ellerin and Isabel. Isabel, I think, is staying at the local inn. Ellerin is at the castle, but I would like to say one last thing on Solus.
Oh, sure. By all means. Say whatever you have to mind. Any opinions of Solus, or any knowledge that you have that you would like to share, do share it.
She is very extreme on her views. I don't know why this is, if it was how she was raised, or if she came to us on her own based on her own moral system. While she's competent in her fighting skills, I do think that whoever made the decision made it a very wise decision to bring her here, because I think she can benefit from other cultures, other experiences. So, whatever this
I
evaluation
see.
is, I believe that she should stay on this pilgrimage of hers.
I see. Well, I definitely would take that information into consideration and bring it to the father. Of course, at some point, whenever we we begin to whenever we begin to conduct the last and final evaluation, depending on what you guys give, will of course determine if she is requested to be brought back or not. However, I will say, and to keep this in mind for each and every one of you, if you are wishing to go with her, you are more than welcome to come visit. We will not be opposed to that.
Thank you for
We
your
will
time.
make sure to have proper accommodations for each and every one of you within our group.
We appreciate it. Thank you for visiting.
Not at all. A friend of Solus is a friend of ours.
Have a-
He bows and he leaves.
Yep.
Eric looks at you guys. So I'm gonna go with him and actually go find Isabel. I actually need to check up and see how she's doing. I know the past few days have been roughly. It's been rough.
I imagine.
But in any case, Garrick, I wish you the best of luck for the rest of the day, and you too, Razmira. You guys have a good day.
You as well.
And he exits out with the monk.
How are you faring?
Well, the ribs still hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I am just trying to get my body back into a decent condition.
You still look like shit.
Yeah, but that's me always.
I can't really argue with that.
No, you can't. Garrett gives Rasmir a warm smile.
She returns a warm smile.
So,
It's like she rarely gives one anyway. She's
Yeah.
flat fucking tired.
you know you can get some rest. I'm not paraplegic. I can take care of myself decently.
That's fine, but there's something else that I need to talk to you about now.
The father?
Not the father.
What about that?
Well, maybe. I don't know if it's in relations to this, but remember that project?
Epsilon? I remember.
According to this note, I pull out the note that Eric gave me the other day. Apparently, one of the locations is down where Solus comes from. And as of what the gentleman has told me, there seems to be machinery there. Collecting and basically absorbing magical energy.
Which could, theoretically, if this is connected, be related to Project Epsilon.
I fear that they might be over there using that as fuel, because remember, these machines are powered by magic.
They are, but and it would make sense. I can't imagine that these things. They would probably need a lot of magic to power those things, considering, but I could be wrong. I'm not.
As of what the gentleman has told me, there seems to be a bountiful amount of magic down there.
That would be interesting. Well, if that is true, then in order to stop Project Epsilon, we would need to go there.
That'd be correct. Which, right now, I don't think we're ready to go anywhere, but...
You guys are. I would like to put on a bold face, but I am definitely not at 100%.
Definitely not.
I'm concerned about their self-proclaimed father. The way he talked about that story, that seems a little too convenient that all happened, even if we account for the gods.
I can agree with you on that. It seems like they're holding this person in high regards.
Which, that's not what's bothering me. The story is what bothers me. They showed up, this father, and apparently they were given a vision that they were a blessing. That seems very convenient.
We'll have to investigate that too.
Definitely, but for now, how do I ask this without sounding weird? You
She's
and
kind of good. She can't make any faces
Yeah.
because she's so fucking tired.
Garrick is blushing a little bit. So, you and how...
I need a little more context, Garrick.
How do we want to deal with, how do we want to approach us, I guess? You know how I feel. I think I know how you feel. You're very hard to read sometimes.
Honestly, I'm still trying to get used to this feeling part.
How do we want to deal with this? One step at a time?
She closes her eyes, thinking.
Garrick's bad at this, okay, guys?
She has no experience, dude.
And Garrick...
Not any worse than Follis. She lived in like a monastery all her life.
Yeah.
Maybe take it slow.
That I would agree with that.
I'm still trying to get used to all this.
If I'm able to walk, if you want, we could, go out, grab a bite to eat, talk.
That sounds like a good start.
Yeah.
She kind of gives you this nervous
Garrick,
kind of smile, and
Garrick's
she's
also
just
giving you a
looking.
nervous-
She's shying away.
Garrick's also giving it a nervous smile because, again, he's a nervous wreck about this kind of thing. He told you. Now he has to be like, okay, how do we proceed?
How do we proceed?
Yeah. Do you know?
Well, I don't know.
I mean, do you know anywhere near here?
Remember, I was mostly on the night guard. Most of the places were closed.
Any places that looked good closed?
Mm,
Actually, Jacob, would I know of any places?
I'm sorry, I had to take care of something that
Yeah,
just
food.
so happened to lovingly
Is there anywhere?
go
Food.
inside my cup.
good places for food.
Yeah.
Yes, you would actually know about that fancy restaurant. You,
I'm not going
Alarin,
fancy. I'm not going fancy. We're
Oh.
going.
not
slow.
going fancy, alright. Okay. So you also know of, because you took, you and the group took Morton to this place, years ago, is a, little everything type of, tavern down at the port side of, Goodell that's still there. And at least you remember that place served actually pretty decent food for being cheap.
There's this tavern, not too far from here. Pretty casual, cheap.
Anywhere is fine by me.
Well, I don't want to go too over the top, slow. So, do you want to meet there? Do you want to head there like 6:30?
She kind of thinks a little. Maybe if I could, maybe catch some sleep before then.
You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome to sleep on the couch, like you've been doing like you did the other day.
Yeah, I apologize about that.
No, honestly, it was a comfort to have you there.
I guess.
I know.
I'm going to
Yes.
head back
Yes.
home now.
Yep. See you later.
See you later.
Garrett, as soon
With
as Garrett
this?
closes the door, Garrett
Okay.
just like does like a heavy sigh, like, holy crap, this is still. You're like, holy crap.
Rosemary walks out, and then she's like, "Oh, what the fuck did I get myself into?"
Yep. All right, go ahead, Jacob.
Blames Isabel. Alright. So, the monk would ask around, and he would eventually find where you're at. Ellerin. He knocks on the door. Hello?
Rich, are you there? So, Richie, are you there?
Earth to Richard.
Can-
Earth to Richard.
Richie,
Please
are you
contact in case of emergency. Your emergency
you up
is
here
the
at
PM
aisle
is
9.
asking for you.
Shit, right, that changed. Yeah, I got shit back. Okay, that's good. Rich, are you actually there?
I mean, he did have to go for a hot minute.
Yeah, I thought he
Okay.
said
Oh
came
my
back.
god.
So, we're gonna switch around over to Isabel instead.
Isabel. Okay.
Isabel, where would you be at?
1 second.
Yep.
Oh my fucking
Where would
god.
Isabel be at?
Dead.
Probably just whatever room she's staying in.
Alright, so at a tavern. Or, yeah, tavern. So, they go down to a nearby tavern, and they ask around for you, and they eventually find you. The monk knocks on the door. Hello? Hello?
Nope, not here.
Oh, come on now, Isabel. Is there someone that wants to ask you for your
Don't know
questions?
anybody by that name.
Isabel, I swear to God, if you don't come out, I won't get you lollipops later.
No.
You take me for a child.
Yeah.
As if you don't act mature. You're one of the most childish people I know. And mature.
That's not untrue.
I am gonna open the door, but I'm going to minor illusion like a beholder in the spot where she's standing.
Stacking.
You are staticking, my
Oh
dude.
crap, am I?
A little.
You are.
Tell me when it's.
It stopped. Oh wait, no, it's back.
Alright,
Okay, now
No,
it's gone.
God
Now
damn
it's gone. Now it's gone.
alright.
Now it's gone.
What's the last thing you heard?
You're gonna
minor
cast the
illusion.
beholder.
Minor illusion of beholder.
Yeah, I cast minor illusion to make a beholder where I should be standing.
What would he need to make for?
Insight versus
Don't
deception.
really. You don't need to make anything. It's not a check. It's just there. Whether or not you want him afflicted by it or not.
Yeah,
it's
I
up
was
to
gonna say,
you.
like, if you want to try and convince him it's a real beholder, that would be a deception versus insight check.
I mean, I'm willing to make a deception check.
Yeah, I imagine it's really.
Actually,
cool.
doesn't the victim have to make a insight check to perceive
Oh.
the illusion as false?
Either insight or charisma.
It's like pretty sure the way the illusion spells
Because by
work
all
is everyone
technical means,
believes
minor
them
illusion would make
unless
it look
they-
real. The only thing is if it tried to
Sounds.
touch.
Or sounds.
Yeah,
It can't do sounds.
it- But I think it can do one or the other. I don't think it can do both.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can do one or the other, but not both.
Yep, I'm looking
Even
at-
if it can't, it doesn't. I know either minor illusion and or thaumaturgy, whatever, don't require concentration. So you could use minor illusion to make the image and thaumaturgy to make the sound.
Don't have thaumaturgy though.
Yep.
Or one of those cantrips. I forget which one it is.
The monk's a little bit. He's like, oh, I see you're busy. He's like, hold on.
Investigation
I
check.
know that's not He's
According
gonna-
to the
let
spell,
me
if you want
pull
to
that up.
ascertain the illusion, unless you say otherwise as DM, it is a investigation check of the spell's of her spell DC, which is 17. Or is it 16? Titan? 17 or 16?
Let me double check. It is 17.
17. So he passes.
So that is
Yeah,
it.
he passes.
Yeah. Isabel, I know that's fake. Come on. Let the poor man in. Or at least take a step out. Besides, I want to catch up with you at the least. Or maybe to go do a little bit of shenanigans after we're done here.
She closes the door.
Come on, Isabel. I just want to talk to you.
The hell do y'all want anyway?
Well, for me, I just want to hang out with you. Him,
Bullshit.
I actually don't know what he wants. He just wants to ask a few questions for the survey? I don't know. Also, it's not bullshit. I'm being legitimately serious.
She opens the door and just sits down.
As long as there isn't any more monsters, I'd like to just ask you a few questions about Solus, if that's alright.
Alright, I guess.
Has she acted out within the past few days or weeks, but you've known her, in a violent, or, I guess you could call it a barbaric manner? In violent terms, that is.
I don't know. Everybody tends to do that around me, so I cannot judge that.
I see. Well then. I guess you do have a point. But I mean more, and specifically, has she done that at all? From what you know of.
What? Okay, I have to ask that. Would I?
You would.
So she
you would-
has.
No, she has not.
Yeah, she has
Alright,
not done anything like super stereotypical paladin, like burn the brigands.
All right. Yeah. She's just gonna shake her head now.
No? Okay. Have you spoken to her at all and have had any recognized any sort of hate or unseized rage or anything of that sort?
Haven't spoken to her much, so not really.
I see. Is there any additional opinions about her that you would like to speak of, or any concerns?
No.
No. Okay. Well, glad to have your time. I shall be on my way to go and see if Halloran is available. I'll be seeing you. He goes and leaves.
On his way
Well
out,
then.
she's gonna use spider illusion again to make a bear growl behind him.
Oh, he runs and Eric starts snickering. That was hilarious. Though you should probably not let the bartender find you.
Please. He'll never find out. And if he
Ah,
does,
that is-
I won't be here.
That is true. Anywho, you want to go grab a bite to eat?
Sure, whatever.
All right. Where do you want to go?
Do I look like I know anyone?
No, but generally when I talk to you, you have an idea of what you want to eat.
Yeah, because
I guess I
typically I
should've
just
backed
take you
up.
to my bar.
Yeah, no.
And you
And
just
I
eat
have
all
to
my
eat
leftovers.
Yeah, that are pretty good leftovers. Do you have any preference in terms of food you'd want to eat as of now?
To be honest, I don't care.
Right, so I get to choose. Great. Don't complain when if you say the food is terrible. I give you the option. And try to keep as much of the shenanigans on the download, but do a few. That's if you want to. He goes and takes you to the tavern that Garrick was talking about. And you guys sit down and you see an orcish fellow walk up to you. Hello! How can I help you today?
Well, you're the one who wanted to come here. You talk to him.
What? What do you want to eat?
I don't know. I guess whatever the chef recommends or whatever.
Oh, yes. Alright, so for today's morning breakfast specialties, we have about 3 eggs that's been nicely wrapped up into some sort of into a wrap. It has a bunch of well-cooked meat that's been brought up from the north, as well as a mixture of vegetables to go along with it. Also some ales or coffees or teas for those who'd want it.
You know what? I'll just have a tea.
Alright, 1 tea. What would you like as a flavor? Anything
Green.
you can come up with, we can get it.
Green tea.
Thing you come up with.
Green tea. And what about you, sir? I'll just go with the chef special. Okay, very welcoming today. I'll be with your tea in just a moment. And for you, sir, I'll take tea as well. Okay, 2 teas. He goes and leaves. Well then.
Is it just me and is that man extremely
I
monotone?
love how done this orc is. This orc is done with
That's so
everything.
done.
I love it.
He's just switched into robot mode. He's just like, I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Let me get your shit and
love
get
that.
out.
Hi, well, it's like that one guy who works at Shenanigans.
Hi, welcome to Walmart. Get your shit and get out.
I get shit and
This
get
is
out.
Walter.
You're not wrong. I think he's had a. Well, to be fair, this is over down by the port side, so there's plenty of kids that might come through here and play a lot of cranked on him. That's what he might be tired. I mean, the morning shift, or any shift for that matter, especially early on in the day, could really mess up a guy. In any
Whatever.
case, what plans do you have for that guy, anyhow?
For what
Or
guy?
is the waiter, of course. Or is the mage, or is the master prankster by the name of Isabel not gonna do anything?
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna mess with him. I feel like he's had too much to deal with.
Fair enough, fair enough. I see. You've learned not to mess with people.
Question: who's the fanciest looking person in this place?
Oh man.
Give me a
Who's the
second.
fancy? Who the most fancy?
Creeper.
Oh,
you
man.
know how fancy he is because he's gonna have a pencil mustache and go, oh.
Oh.
You see,
I like how everybody just starts imitating.
We all know exactly what it is.
We all know.
this tea is extravagant. Oh, so you look to your left, and you see a bureaucratic sort of individual bearing a crest seal of a minotaur.
Does he have a drink?
He does have a drink. He is sitting.
I'm a
he is sitting
prestidigitation
himself.
to turn the color of his drink bright, like acid green.
I have. I have to say, this tea is quite exquisite. Wouldn't you say, Marceline? What the fuck has happened to my drink? Waiter! Yes, sir. What can I do for you? Oh, Jesus Christ! What the hell happened? Yeah,
I want you to
explain to me
tell
this
me.
drink. This drink is bright green. Yes, sir. I don't know what happened to it. Are you trying to kill me? No, sir. I assure you, we are not trying to do that. I demand you to go and get me another drink. Otherwise, I leave this establishment. Yes, sir. Do you do anything else with the drink before he picks it up?
No. In fact, I'm gonna drop the effect and then switch to his food And because prestidigitation allows you to give an odor to something, I'm gonna start making his food smell like sulfur.
Oh, why would you do that?
He smells.
Clearly
He's
making
like,
it-
oh,
Clearly making it
that's
taste
odd.
like rotten eggs is even better.
The drink. You just go and get me another drink. He takes a. He
And I'm
closes
gonna
his
cast it
eyes.
again because I can have two effects at once. And I'm going to
You're
I'm
such
going
an
to
ass.
I'm
Make it
going
look like
to
a
make
kid.
it taste. I'm going to take it taste like rotten eggs, like he just suggested.
He goes. He sighs. I swear. I don't know. I need to go and get my medication again. He takes a bite of his food. He swallows it. He runs quickly outside the door, and you just hear him barfing his fucking guts out. The woman that was sitting with him, she gets up and leaves. The guy comes back and he's like, what just happened? Where did they go?
And I'm gonna use I'm gonna use dismiss the other effects and use prestidigitation to clean up what was there.
This food is. He kind of just stops his sentence. He turns around and he's like, I am getting too old for this job.
You do
I
realize
think I
all
need to
spells have
go
very
see my
obvious.
professional teacher again.
You do realize that all spells have very obvious verbal and somnatic components, right? That's the reason subtle spell exists.
The tavern owner comes out, and what had happened there? Sir, I don't know. I really don't know. The customers drink turned green, and then they ran out and barf. I do not understand why. I made sure everything was cooked correctly as instructed by you. I see. Bureaucrats, they do not have a means of culture. Or the fact that happens, to a degree, commonly around here. In any case, just go and get the tea, go and finish up getting the tea made, and I'll go and get that fixed up. Yes, sir. As the
This is Mo's tavern.
barkeeper returns back to the kitchen to get it clean, you just hear flipping Eric burst out laughter. That is the most funniest thing I've ever seen you done to a bureaucrat. Oh my god. You still
See,
got
if
to
I would have
interview
done
as
it,
well.
if I would have done anything to him, he wouldn't have reacted well. However, that guy, that was fucking hilarious.
Well, that is true. That is true. Just you better hope that whoever he is doesn't come back and find out who you are. I
I
could
mean,
tell
if
that
he
guy was
does,
a bureaucrat.
I can
so let's-
literally just disappear.
You know what? That is true. The orc comes back. Here you guys go. And here's your food. Ah, yes, thank you very much.
He sounds
He gives
done with
the-
life.
Mo's
He
tavern.
gives
Yes,
him a
done
tip
with
of
life.
about 2,000 gold. I thank you very much, sir. I hope you enjoy your meal.
1,000 gold
Here
tip.
on
Jesus
back.
Christ.
That's a big
Jesus.
tip.
That's a big fucking tip.
He looks over at Isabel. What? The man deserves a large tip, okay?
She didn't say that in game. I said that.
I know. He kind of just looks. He was making sure that she understood.
Can't go to colleague now.
Damn it, colleague.
In any case,
I wish someone could donate some of that money to me.
in
That's
any
heavy for your
case,
colleague.
I'm
I gotta
glad
pay
that
for
you.
colleague.
I'm glad that you survived whatever wrath that is that Emily gave to you, Isabel. Was it good? I mean it when I say it was good to see your face again.
Eh.
So now, Isabel, what are you gonna do now that Emily's in custody and she won't be bothering you that much anymore? You're gonna go visit her. You're gonna go out adventuring.
Not sure.
I see. Well, I'm going to be looking to buy a vacation home here, so you're welcome to stay there if you'd like.
Nah, I feel like I'm gonna try to get go back to my old ways and get a bar again.
Makes sense. Makes sense. I'm sure that there'll be a few bars here that you could probably buy, or buy out, give or take. Just know that if you need any funds, I can always give you some funds.
I
That
mean,
much.
I took a good sum from my own place, so
I mean, for which I don't blame you. Your bar did wonderful.
I don't
You
think
know,
it'll do as
something I
well
don't-
here. But I think that's a good challenge.
Titan
Yeah.
doesn't know what I did.
That is true. But I don't think you realize something though. Unless if you did, one of the headlining news that they about a year or so ago, whenever you're still around, is that your bar managed to bring in the most customers for half of that year. You're on one
Did
of
you
the
read?
top
Did you
5
happen to
recommended
read the
to go there.
second part of that? Headline.
Unfortunately, I never got the chance to. I was dealing with the MLR.
It will also tell you I'm also known for killing most of my.
Or, so that's why you were brought into the police station that day. Right. Yeah, I remember now and I never questioned anything about it. You try not to
Yeah.
do it here. I don't think I
As long
think
as
that's
people
gonna
aren't
go
as
well.
rowdy as they were there, then I won't have to.
I don't know. The place around here doesn't seem to be that rowdy.
Then I should be fine.
That's not right.
Well, then again, that also depends on where you go. Seems as though this place has 3 levels, kind of like Menic, but not exactly.
And Medic's level were more like shit, and shittier.
Shittier.
I mean, you're not wrong. Either seems there's shit, there's alright, and then there's asshole.
No, it's shit,
Minus the
alright,
royals.
and meh.
Fair enough. However you want to put it. But I will say that this is decent food, especially for being a lower end tavern. How do you like your tea?
Tastes like shit.
I haven't touched mine. Let me just.
Who's cast prestidigitation this time?
This is some very bitter tea. No,
Yeah,
yourself?
definitely not like
No?
we make it.
No, definitely not. Thankfully, I brought my reserves with me.
Is it that weird alcoholic shit you drink all the time?
Okay, that's only on certain days, and by that I mean only on Friends days or Mondays.
And by that you
Or
mean
for
every
month.
day, because you consider every day that day.
Look, when you have to deal with Amelia the way she is, every day is a Monday.
Every day.
Except when she goes out on important business trips. Then it's not a Monday, it's a Friday.
Eh.
He finishes up. Any case, you ready to get out of here?
Yeah. I'm certainly not drinking any more of this.
Fair enough. He goes and puts some money on the table, and he walks out, and he kind of just stretches. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna go and make a visit to Amelia if they'll let me inside the castle. You want to come with?
Yeah.
All right. With this, we're gonna go and cut over to the monk knocking on Elrin's door. Is anybody home?
Ellerin will open up the door. Can I help you?
Ah, yes, I'm looking for someone by the name of Mr. Elrin.
That is me. What can I do for
Ah. He bows to you. Good to meet you, Sir Elrin. I was hoping I could talk to you a moment about Solus. I've heard you've been in contact with her for at least roughly about a week or so.
You want to talk
I
about
have.
our Lord and Savior?
Taoshin.
I am here on some evaluational business on her, and I just would like to ask you a few questions.
All right. Well, come on in. You can sit down on
Thank
the
you.
couch over
Once again, just like your other pals or friends or acquaintances, you have a very I wouldn't call it exquisite, but a very interesting house. Definitely different from what they have, but also kept well.
there. I
I like
maintain it
it.
every week.
I see that. Are you going to be putting in any improvements to it? Like
Mm,
additions, I mean.
no.
No?
Nope.
Better enough. Anywho, as for the questions. So, first off, I need to ask, has Solus acted out in any harsh or violent matter?
I wouldn't think so. I only spoke to her a single time, and the only other time that I really interacted with her, she just helped stop some unruly fellows from getting into the bar and potentially arresting us.
I see. So she has. Would you say that was a good judgment on her in your opinion, on herself, or would you say that was a rush decision?
I'd say it was a cautious decision.
Cautious indeed. Okay. Now, when you have spoken to her, did she seem like she had any pent up rage or unseen anger or rage? Anything
Not
of that matter?
not with the single time that I spoke to her. She mainly just spoke that she was very what was the word? Overzealous. That was it.
Ah, I see. That is interesting. Huh.
If this is
We were
supposed to be
actually
if this
hoping for a We're actually
listen, if this
hoping
is
for a
supposed oh
slight
no, no.
improvement in terms of.
He'll be
Oh,
like, listen, if this is supposed to be some like summary about her behavior, all I can say is from how she spoke, she's at least acknowledging the fact that she's made some poor decisions. If that's what you're asking for, then there you go.
ah, I see. She has at least acknowledged her being overzealous. Hmm. So, from what you can tell, does it look like she's improved?
Well, define improved because I've only met her once. So I have
Well,
to
from whatever. I guess I could say from the time you've known her and from the time you first met her to the time up until now, did you ever get the impression that she was zealous right off the back? That she was immediately wanting to drop into any sort of situation to bring justice.
uh I would not think so. I don't think so.
So you would say that she's been able to keep in control of it.
From what I've seen so far, yes.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. That is all the questions I have. Is there anything you wish to ask of me? I know I was questioned by one of your other pals, but I'm willing to answer any questions that you might have.
You were questioned by you were questioned by someone else.
Yes, I was
Hang on, tall guy, white hair, really looked like he got the shit kicked out of him.
kind of looks like Leano Beeves.
Yep. Yep.
Did
I
you
know.
really just do that?
Yeah. Did you really just do
I
that?
see.
I just got
Interesting.
back. What?
Nothing.
Interesting.
No,
Nothing.
no,
To
you
think that
don't
he
want to
actually
know.
looked to actually think he looked like a famous
no, you
singer. Huh. Hopefully he
Anyway,
doesn't get misconceived as that. In any case, yes, I was questioned by him.
well, if you're questioned by him, then no, I don't have any other questions for you.
I see. In any case, I shall go and get my things prepared and go and speak to Solus once more before heading off. Though I do have some other matters to attend to before leaving. Thank you for
Oh.
your time, sir.
Oh, if you're going over to where Resimir and Garrick are, I'm guessing that's where Solus is too, right?
She's staying with Korvac and Rasmira.
Yeah,
Oh, 'cause-
he's staying with
okay.
me and Korvac. Remember, that's still my house.
Is she?
I
wait,
don't
is-
live in Garrick's house.
No.
Oh, cause he was gonna go check up on Garrick, but
Not yet, anyways.
You can go check up on Garrick. Right now, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go take a nap.
yeah, he was just gonna go check on Garrick. But anyways, he's like, well, good luck to you.
Thank you very much. With that, we're gonna go and before we cut to Elrin and Korvac, I mean
Garrick.
not Elrin and Korvac, Elrin and Garrick. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go over to Solus. You guys, Korvac,
Yeah, I wanted to talk to her.
you can go and you can go
after
and
I've
speak with
Gone
her.
around and like I spent most of the day up until now ever just going around the town and seeing it more, getting more used to where they are, everything is in in shops.
Remember, I
Places
told you to
eat.
be back by a certain time,
Yes,
and I'll
I
be
wouldn't
waiting
go.
for you.
I wouldn't go over that time. She isn't that silly.
Were you wanting to buy anything while you were out?
Not really. She just wants to get an idea of where everything is.
All right.
And she
roll
says
me an
she's going to be staying here for a while, so
roll an
She could stay
investigation
as
check
long as
real
she
quick.
needs to stay, honestly.
like if she's getting room and board with you, then she might as well get used to the area.
Okay.
What did you want?
I would-
Sorry.
I would like you to roll an investigation check.
An investigation check. I love
Inve-
it.
Oh, I love investigation checks.
Investigation.
Is that a combination of investigation and
And
perception?
perception.
No, no,
Yes.
it's investigation with a tad of prestidigitation.
Clearly.
Magic.
Yes.
Investigitation.
Oh, don't
Investigation.
ignore that investigation.
Investigation. I almost thought I had a +7 in it then, but that's because it's right next to my intimidation, which is +7.
Oh.
That's my investigation. It's terrible.
Plus nothing.
I have, like,
Oh.
nothing intelligent.
It takes you quite a bit of time to find your way around. By that I mean a good 2-3 hours of about a good 1 or 2 hours of being lost and getting turned around. But eventually you after studying a map, you eventually find your way about.
And then when I realize how much time I spent backtracking on myself, I'm gonna book it back to the back to the house.
I'm waiting.
All right.
And I don't have any. Actually, running for a long distance is athletics, so I should be pretty good at that.
You make back.
Hogwarts.
Yes, but she would. I'm assuming she'd be back by then, right? Or would Razmir be back by then?
Yeah, definitely.
Should we roll? Should we roll a D100 or something to see if I'm late?
I'll do it.
Turned around.
She literally got herself up out of her nap. She's
Uh,
a little more
oh,
awake now.
fuck.
Oh no.
I almost fell. You
Oh,
no, it's because I almost fell. No, you weren't late.
I'm gonna say I arrived just in the nick of you see me. What I hate to take control of your character. I imagine she's just sitting there waiting, counting down the last few seconds, and
Can
I
you
just
bust
skid
through
in,
the door?
I skid in the door like the anime protagonist just
kicking the
made the class on time.
As soon as you just barge in, her wings poof out, and a lot of items around just kind of flops over, and she's kind of panicking a little bit.
Sorry about
Ah,
that.
shit.
I got turned around in the alleyways. I'm not
What are you
late, am
doing
I?
in the alleyways anyway?
Trying to get a lay of the land. I sense I might be here for a while.
Maybe I should accompany you on that next time. I know those streets like the back of my hand.
Perhaps. Do you want to hand
Being
me
on the
that?
night guard is pretty good.
She points to the things you accidentally knocked over.
Yeah, just give me a little help here before the brother finds out.
I just imagine you. Was that our shit in character too? Like with also, oh shit.
Yeah, that wasn't shit.
Oh shit. Not
And
again.
she does this all the time.
Out of
Whenever she
character,
gets spooked,
like
her wings poop
character,
out.
character poops out and in her head. She's like, oh shit. Here we go
Yeah.
again.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Ah,
shit.
shit, here we go again.
Here we go
Go
again.
again. So she de-poops her wings and she tries to
Deep.
pick everything up to the best of her abilities.
That's a beautiful term. She
Deep
de-poops.
poofs.
She de-poops. I should send that to the fucking.
You're playing with me, Fury.
I should send that to the fucking shit my players say. I de-poof my wings.
Deal with it. Anyway,
Yeah,
she's
Solace
just trying to put
would
everything
help.
away.
Putting everything away before the brother finds out.
Okay.
This is when he comes downstairs.
As soon as he comes downstairs, everything's all nice and spiffy.
It's almost as if he never knocked anything over.
Oh, and if I did mess anything up, I'd just use prestidigitation to clean it up.
How does it work if you break something, though?
I have mending.
No, that.
I was about to say you were mending for that.
I have mending.
Under that notion, I guess Corvac comes downstairs.
Or he could be busy in the forge like he always is.
I say the clang of metal on metal. I was like, oh, that's a familiar sound.
Oh, it's
Yep.
all too familiar. I sleep through that shit every day.
Cling, clang.
Anyway, so I wanted to talk to you about something that I have found out today.
I assume the brother told you.
Oh, as they come in, Corvac opens the door from the forge. He's like, do you have some sort of like fan club yourself or something? Yes.
Corvac!
Alice chuckles. You notice she found that statement amusing. It's not a fan club. No
well, they're
different
asking
than-
a lot of questions about you.
It's no different than, well, perhaps if you want to talk about fan club, it's no different than other religious sects, but as you might understand, well, actually, that's the point. Have I seen you use any paladin stuff yet?
Me, no.
As you...
I've not
You
seen
have
you use
not.
any paladin stuff.
No, you have not seen me use any paladin abilities yet.
It's kind of, well, as you may or may not know, paladins are bound to a code of ethics, and
Bound by an oath, yes. I know this very much.
the elders of my particular sect, as you probably found out, they think I'm a little overzealous in the want to bring justice to the world. So that's why they sent me out. They sent me out to journey to quote unquote see the real world, and now they're checking up on me to see if the lessons are taking or if the world is as corrupt as I think it is.
It seems a bit strange that they would question your sense of faith.
It's quite common where I'm from. Ritual is everything.
Oh, I guess I'm kind of out of the question with that. Anyway, this is about your homeland. I found this. Well, actually, Edit gave this to me. She sets the letter down. She's sitting at the table, so if you want to sit, go ahead.
I would sat down with you. Do we have this in handouts or?
No, it's we don't have any handouts. Oh, yay!
I don't think I was around when this letter got handed out.
No, you
No.
were not.
So,
Okay.
would you
Look.
like me to read
Can I
off
have a
what
summary
the
of
contents of the
it?
letter states on it?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. It says, "Dear Miss Amelie, we are pleased to inform you that the factories that you had requested to put some of your wealth into has been approved by the higher boards. You are now the co-owners of the of the Linus Industries factories on the island of Amaneki, as well as in the continent of Boracari, just north of the ice caps. You are free to go and visit those two locations whenever you please and are given full access to the rest of the place as requested by yours. The Linux industries have been working very hard to acquire the piece of technology that you wish to create, and the first test run will begin within a month's time. During this time, however, we have been instructed by some of our other, how can we put it, investors have requested some additional testings to be done on these such things, as they have piqued interest on this as well. I'm sure you understand within business around here, information can be leaked out to those with the highest money. Money is what's needed for all this stuff. In any case, your best regards, Mr. K.
Okay, first of all, is the letter dated?
Yes, the letter is dated. For what? It is dated 4. It is dated 439 ABY, and it's dated the July 2nd.
And what's the
July
date
2nd.
currently?
It is currently, I believe, it's September 441.
You
this
have not
was
clarified,
a letter.
so you have not clarified,
This-
so might as well go with it.
It is it is 441. It's September 21st, 441. 441 ABY.
The day
So
I was
that letter
born.
is dated to. Yeah,
Fun fact.
it was the letter
So
was dated
If I existed in this world, then this would be my birthday.
this
September 21st.
yeah, so this was dated 2 years ago.
So these tests have definitely been done by now. Can't say I've ever I've ever heard anything like this. I've been roaming the world for the past 4 or so years.
Well, do you know of any activity nearby your, what you call it?
My homeland.
Yes. Do you know about any strange activity around there?
I must admit I've not looked back for my homeland for a long time. I don't particularly remember any factories.
Apparently, your monk friend came by and started to tell me about weird activity. There's machinery nearby.
Wasn't there when I left, or if it was very well hidden.
He told me that the lands were full of magic, and these specific machineries take that.
So let's it's not quite in the rules, but can I say her hair flares for a second? Like she's not going to activate Mantle of Flame. It's just there's a spark of rage there.
I'll allow it.
But she's not actually activating Mantle of Flame, but her hair like glints for a bit. Like for a second, there's a spark almost.
She tenses up a little bit.
And also with the spark, you also notice Solace's features tense quite a lot before she manages to get a lid on it and resume her calm demeanor. The glow fades away. So they wish to harm the nature of our homeland as well.
For
I did not
greater
know that.
realms of destruction.
And
When we were
only one-
infiltrating, give me 1 second. When we were infiltrating, we found about this project named Epsilon. They were making these weird robotics kind of thing. Used powerful magics. It was powered by such, and they were great weapons of destruction.
And people
I
want
will have to
and
assume
my,
that they're using this magic to fuel said projects.
and my order wonders why I think this world needs to burn.
Honestly, I felt like it should have burned a long time ago, but oh well.
I'm glad to find someone else that speaks sense.
It's not sense. It's more of reality. But there's nothing we could do now. Other than try to fix this.
Since
Well,
we
not
might,
fix.
I sense we might not be strong enough yet. If they're as powerful as you say they are.
Well, we don't know. All I know is that this project is still in the making.
The first test happened over 2 years ago.
It doesn't mean that they've gotten far. 2 years can mean nothing if everything was a failure.
True, but we need more information. Where were you infiltrating when this happened?
I don't think we'd want to go back there.
Oh,
Yes,
That's
it
why.
was. Yes. Our captive could have more information, but I don't think she's going to answer to me. But I'm sure that with some magics we could try to get it out of her.
Who needs
Or
magic?
we could.
There's an evil glint in her eye, as it well, not an evil glint, but like a malicious glint in her eye when she said, "Who needs magics?"
I don't want to kill the poor lad.
Oh, I didn't say I was going to kill him. Maybe
Uh-huh.
chop off a couple of his
Her.
fingers, but so I wasn't going to kill. I never said I was going to kill her. Maybe remove a few of her fingers, but
Hey, I would love to join you on that, but I cannot really. So
have an
we
image
just
to
met
uphold.
Corvex's new best friend.
You have an image. You have an image to uphold. I respect that.
Oh no! I don't care for an image. It's that's I right now rather not.
Right. Magic it is then. Although, to be fair, sometimes you don't even have to maim. Sometimes just the threat of maiming could be enough.
I don't know. This is a crime boss we're talking about.
Yeah, true,
Do
true.
you do you think the threat of maiming would
The threat of bringing down the rest of the organization might work. Even if you've replaced them, they're still going to have allies in places. Big crime bosses always do. The threat to reveal those people and remove them from power.
Yeah, but remember she could always stay quiet. The best I could do is use a spell that has her always say the truth when she speaks.
Oh,
But
I know that spell.
I do
Okay.
too. Oh, how fun. But
The tricky thing is getting her to talk.
and trust me, I am not good with talking.
You could always try to get her drunk, I suppose.
I don't know. I don't know if
Does
that ever works.
Does the work? Does this zone of truth work on people that are completely bladdered out of their mind?
I mean, technically yes, but
Yes.
the people believe a lot of things.